Everybody can use a good side taste.
Black dude
Yeah, that he did.
with that video where everyone's like
Ross
following.
Capcioni, and he did the "I'm Not a Racist."
Oh, Joyner Lucas.
Joyner Lucas.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's innovative. Like he's transcended from just a regular rapper. Like when he says what he does now, he creates a movie, like a whole idea for a concept first, and then he writes to that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like it's just a whole different avenue of creating. It's really, really cool.
When I write screenplays, I listen to music.
It's dope. You ever saw his Ross Capcioni video?
Mm-mm.
It's a true story, but it's a kid that he was going to a new school, teamed up with some new kid that he never met. You know what I mean? The kid was trying to initiate into a gang, used him. You had to kill somebody, and he like robbed him and killed him, or so he did. So he thought. The guy survived. But basically, Joyner Lucas took the story, the real story, and wrote a song about it and made a video. But he did it on both perspectives.
Yeah.
Just like the "I'm Not a Racist" thing.
Yeah.
He wrote it first as the kid.
Shit.
And he's like, "Oh, it's my first day of school," blah, and he's rapping all in rhyme. And he's telling the whole story from the kid's perspective.
It already is heavy, bro.
And then he retells it from the killer's perspective, and you see it all, and it's fucking, the video's all first person.
I need to see that.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I saw that years ago. I was sold on him. I was like, this guy's crazy.
That "I'm Not a Racist" video fucked my head up.
That's the one that blew him up.
I'm like, wait. I'm shocked that white actor agreed to do it.
That's like his homeboy that he like used to roommate with and everything.
Because you know how dumb some people are nowadays. Yeah. They might see him on the street.
Risky. Oh, I'll tell you, I saw it and it started hurting my feelings, and I started getting angry before I started to appreciate it. But even like I know who Joyner Lucas is, but I totally forgot in that moment just watching it, because if you don't,
you're like, who's this fat white?
You just think it's a white guy rapping, saying all these words, and it's actually a black dude rapping who wrote it for him. And those guys grew up together, like they're tight ass friends. He's playing a racist. He has the Trump hat on.
But
it's like it gets you. It sells you perfectly. That's why it's really good art. And I showed it to a lot of people that got angry. A lot of my friends, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? Blah blah. Yo, what?" Fuck, and I was like, "Did you finish it?" And I was like, "Did you?" They're like, "No, I turned it off." And I was like, "Finish it."
That's the problem with today.
Yeah.
If you're not immediately in agreement with whatever it is that you're looking at, you tune out.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Exactly.
You got to get through it. And
be open-minded.
Bum.
Be open-minded. Even ugly things and wrong things, I'm gonna look at you and analyze and try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we all start to communicate better, is just being open-minded.
You definitely grown, man.
Each other, you know what I mean? Like
from the moment I met you to now, you grew up right. You're on point. You're doing good,
my dude.
The mantra for many years was hip hop is dead. Or, you know, like I heard it, and Nas made a whole fucking shit. I will say right now, as of October 2018, hip hop is very much alive and thriving. There's all kinds of awesome things happening.
Oh yeah.
What's Sonny's take on hip hop?
Nas himself partook in the Fiesta this year. I think there's truth to what Nas was saying and what a lot of people felt
back then.
Yeah, but I don't see it as just hip hop is dead eternally. I think hip hop was reborn. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think maybe what Nas meant, or maybe was misunderstanding, was a changing. You know what I mean? In the times, the hip hop that he was the king of at a time, that's dead. You know what I'm saying? As far as like bars and poetry being on the radio.
Is it dead though?
That time is over. No, I mean, it's still very much alive. Obviously, hip hop, like I said, is reborn. I think, if you ask me, this is a beautiful year. It's like stronger than it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? And we can open up all these different avenues and categories. There's space now for MCs and bars. There's space for these like swagaholics. There's punk rap. There's shit today for everybody to enjoy. So, I don't know, man. Can't say that hip hop is dead. I say hip hop was reborn into what we have now. You know what I mean? Like,
so name your top 5 current MCs.
Ooh, that's tough.
Don't bring up any old shit. We'll do that after. First,
top 5 current?
Yeah.
Overall?
Yeah.
Gotta say Kendrick, Big Sean, King Los, Sci-Hi. Damn, who would be my 5? Do I get to say Jay-Z?
No, he'd be in your other top 5. The old he's
It's
considered.
just he's still so relevant.
No,
man.
I know,
Like,
but in
he
relevant.
just dropped the album this year.
You say relevant.
Okay.
Relevant is, dude. You named several people in your current shit I've never even heard of.
Okay.
I think I know who Sci-Hi is. Maybe.
Sci-Hi to Prince. He's amazing.
Maybe. But if I don't, what I'm saying is you say relevant. Relevant to who? I'm a huge hip-hop fan. I just haven't been exposed
I'm
yet.
just saying relevant to today's music, like actually like what's on the radar, you know what I mean? And
Some of these new kids said they never listened to Tupac before.
No, yeah, I understand that.
So, I mean,
understand it.
relevant is kind of subjective. But anyway,
Definitely.
finish your top. You need one
Who
more.
would be my 5th? If I can't give it to Jigga, I don't want to give it to J. Cole.
I could name shit, but I don't want to influence your opinion if it's not going to pop in. I could name some other currents that I think.
Yeah, I'll just give it to J. Cole. But who you got?
My top 5?
Today.
Hobson, Logic, Kendrick, and this is not 5. This is just these are interchangeable on any given day. So Hobson, Logic, Kendrick. What's his name? Childish Gambino.
Okay. Yeah, he's nice.
And who else? If I had to say, the 5th is really hard. Somebody who's really out there. And I got to be mostly, because this guy's mostly a singer. I was just thinking about somebody. See, like for Childish Gambino, it's the same thing. He's like,
Yeah, that's why I appreciate Gambino not for his raps.
yeah, but he does. The songs I like more are the more.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I couldn't put him on that list, because I like all his other shit.
I don't know if it would count. Cudi.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Because he's kind of like,
it's
he's on a
hip-hop.
cusp.
Yeah, it's alternative hip hop is like, but I definitely, yeah.
So there's my 5. Old school, this is easy. Redman, Eminem, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie. But that changes all the time. I'm just pulling. I could pull a whole shit ton more and be like, these are interchangeable on any given day.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Mine
definitely
was no order.
Redman.
Mine was no order. That's dope. That's interesting. A lot of people like feel Redman's a big influence to Eminem.
He was.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can, if you really listen to the style.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm talking early Eminem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And early Red, yeah.
So it's like Redman's grandbaby is Hobson.
Wow.
His rap
And to some
grandbaby.
degree, that's crazy.
That's really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
People's style give birth to other people's styles.
Exactly. In the golden era, I consider like the Mobb Deep avenue. Only like certain hardcore hip hop fans knew like East Coast real hip hop. You know what I mean? After like the late '90s, niggas didn't know who Mobb Deep was unless he was really on some rap shit.
Well, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
See, and now that's the shame of it too.
That's why I wouldn't want to be no Jay-Z and all these. No, give me Mobb Deep's lane.
Yeah.
Like right there. The real niggas killing it. Yeah, perfect. Just enough credibility and awareness. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
You never did your top 5. Old school.
Oh, old school. I don't want to be casual and say the old Biggie, Nas, Pac, Jay.
So switch it up.
My old school that was really dope. I'll throw Cannabis in there.
I should have said Black Thought.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah, Black Thought. Wow. Yeah. He gets overlooked. All right, my old school Cannabis, AZ. Who else we got in there? Royce, the 5'9".
Nice pull.
I gotta throw Nas in there. I can't lie, man. I idolized Nas growing up.
Queensbridge.
What am I on? 4 or 3? I said AZ,
Yeah. AZ, Nas,
Nas,
Royce,
Royce,
and Cannabis. So you're in 4.
Cannabis, and then I'll take damn. It's always the 5th one.
It is.
It's toughy.
Because there's so many you want to put in, but you're like, which one of these is better?
Fuck it, I'll throw a Big Pun in there, man.
Nice.
Big Pun.
You know, I can think of a couple people who are going to be very mad that you said that. They think they think he's garbage.
No, the old me would be mad at that, but it's not just about lyrical ability, which he has a ton of, more than anybody, like on a lot of scales. But it's just like relatability. You know what I mean? Big Pun was Spanish. A lot of things he talked about and spoke on, it was just easy for me to relate to. You know what I mean?
I love listening
And
to
that's
his
just it for
music. To this
music,
day,
like-
I can listen. I can rock that shit. But I'm saying, I get so much criticism sometimes from these new.
I've argued with people that put Pun up there because I think Pun's overrated. If you want to be honest, I think Big Pun is overrated to a lot of hip hop heads.
So what do
but
you think?
I still love him.
How you
know what
think
I mean?
about Joey Crack?
I respect a lot of shit that he did, but I don't know. He's not super up there for me, but I
He's
think
definitely
he's
not
a little
one of
underrated. He's a little underrated.
He's definitely not one of the best MCs, but the man can rock a stage.
Exactly, and the thing is, he was responsible for Pun. You know what I mean? It's like he didn't just discover him; he was really like coaching that whole style. Like he was Pun before Pun. You know what I mean? So it's like he was the fat dude first doing it, and he made it like, all right, you're gonna be the superstar.
You know, nobody talks about that. You had the Tupac camp and the Biggie camp, and everyone's like their leaders actually had them killed. So Suge fucking had Tupac killed, and Diddy had Biggie killed, and then nobody was really talking about
Somebody
it, but the
says,
same shit. No, they said Fat Joe had Big Pun killed.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you idiots.
No, people will put controversy behind anything, especially
Illuminati.
celebrities passing. It'll never be a normal story. There always has to be.
But it's funny because we did a top 5. I did my top 5 favorite MCs 6 months ago, and it's different now. But like it's I'm just being honest to myself when I'm thinking about it. Like right now, off the top of my head, if I had to tell you, I'm being honest.
Yeah, today that was my answer off the top. You ask me tomorrow, I might remember somebody else. You know what I mean? But
people need to understand human beings are fluid creatures.
No, art and taste and fashion, all that shit's constantly changing. You know what I mean? It's gonna mature. It's gonna change. Things I hated to eat when I was a kid, I love now, and vice versa.
Yeah,
shit's always gonna change. You just got to be crazy or unrealistic if you want to go against that. You know what I mean? Change is good. So it's like, it happens.
Talk about Eminem. I wanted to talk about Eminem. Everyone wants to talk about Eminem, even if they say they don't. They start talking about it.
Well, I have to say I don't. I wanted to talk about Eminem's album.
Yes.
Kamikaze.
What do you think about it overall?
Well, I just know we had a disagreement, so I just think it was definitely hyped up by a lot of the masses. It really wasn't that good. Definitely wasn't one of his best or better projects to me. But besides that, it was a display, a really good display of lyricism and wordplay, and it was like some Guinness World Book of Record type of rapping.
Did he do that? He didn't set any records. He didn't set any records. He has set records in the past.
He has. But but no, I'm just saying it's that type of rap.
Well,
it's
don't
like,
claim that that's what it is.
I'm not claiming that he broke any records.
That's what it sounded like.
But to me, that it seems like that's your motive. It seems like you're trying to outdo or be the best Eminem you can be instead of just making good music. It seems like he was trying really, really hard. And I'm not saying he wasn't succeeding at being like super lyrical. You know what I mean? But it wasn't really good music. A lot of it didn't sound like it was from the heart. It sounded like he's just trying to be better than previous Eminem or trying to outdo all his old achievements, which is tough.
Isn't that what the goal is? That's what everyone's trying to do, is outdo their old achievements.
Yeah,
like
but
as
there's a way of going about it. Like you got to recognize, like Jay-Z says it. He's like, if you like my old shit, go buy my old shit. Like don't compete or try to match up some of your classic work. You know what I mean? Just be you and make music. 2 tracks that I liked. What were they? Normal, and I forgot the name of the song that he was talking about. D12, that he kind of felt like just addressing, like kind of doing them like he felt like they could have been bigger. What was it called? Stepping Stone, was it? You don't know? Mm-mm. Oh man, see, not even that big of an M fan.
I'm a big M fan. I'm not a big D12 fan.
No, but this is a song that was on Eminem's album on Kamikaze. He made a song that is basically addressing the fact that he didn't really look out for the group as much as he should have. Yeah, and he wishes they could have been bigger.
But everyone, look, and as a fan, I can tell you this. I knew it just from watching them from interviews and watching from the outside. The proof was like the glue.
No, definitely.
for all them.
No, but that's
Eminem
not,
can't hold that shit together.
No, that's not the subject for me. I appreciate that song is what I'm saying. I like that song and Normal. Do you remember Normal from the album?
How'd it go? I know.
Why
I'm
can't
terrible.
you bitches be normal? Something. I mean, it's a shorty track. See, everybody really remembers all his disses, and that's what I'm not happy about. It's like it's just shock value shit. Can we appreciate some good music? Barely, because there's barely any of it on there. But I do like Normal, and I do like Stepping Stone, because that was like real content to me. It was a real song. He was talking about real things. As an Eminem fan, it was like those were real Eminem songs to me. He was talking about shit. But everything else, it was like, I just felt like it was really trying hard. Even the track with Joyner Lucas, I think Joyner Lucas killed it, and Eminem seemed like he was trying to keep up with Joyner Lucas the whole time and trying to flow like him. And then he said, "I'm that cracker." I think that was so corny to say that. Like, I don't think cracker has ever been used as a slang term. You know what I mean?
It's not cool. It's never been.
It's not. It's like to say I'm that cracker is like, it was just cringy to me. A lot of things, but he had a lot of dope ass bars, man. I won't lie. He had some incredible. Like,
you seem
punchlines.
conflicted. Is what?
I'm not conflicted at all. I respect dope bars and dope lyricism, and I'll give him that. But I won't give it a classic album, and I won't say it's one of his best works. It's not any good music.
I was telling this to somebody the other day. We were going back and forth on what is a classic album, and to me, classic album is something you can listen to all the way.
Exactly.
Through.
Replay value.
Yeah. So I'm like, how many can you fucking name off the top of your head? Even there aren't that many. Like, and in my head, when I say like classic album, some of this shit crosses genres. It's not. This is a problem with the hip-hop community, too. I mean, it's changing. Yes, things are changing. But at least when I was coming up, you'd say something about, like, so you're talking about some other genre of music, but you're talking about music, and the person automatically assumes you're talking about rap or hip-hop, because that's what they listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, that idea that you were trying to convey just takes a left turn, and it doesn't mean the same thing, because you're not talking about the same thing. Here's an example in a little bit of a different way. When I say I'm also a producer, I'm talking about it from the film perspective, which is totally not a music producer. But if I just say to somebody randomly...
Yeah, I know that because I know you
most
regularly, somebody will think music.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all perspective.
Exactly.
But that's the common perspective is what it is. And that's like what I was talking about earlier, like what's the universal perspective? The universal perspective is that's dope. Because all you've been hearing is mumble rap on the radio. If you'd be hearing King
You're saying
Los
this to me? You're looking over here. Look at me, son.
No, I'm speaking to everybody. Like,
no, but for real, you're saying. But I said, we were talking earlier. We were literally talking earlier about the universal truth.
And I'm saying, like, the common perspective.
That the universal truth of the matter, of the reason I'm so wowed by Eminem's new album.
But not just you.
Okay, everyone.
I say most fans.
And I am the common perspective. I try and tell that I'm the everyman.
Yeah.
I'm not like super deep on when it comes to. Well, I am when it comes to like.
No, I say you are super deep and artistic with certain things that you're a fan of.
Yeah, yeah.
But not necessarily just hip hop. Are you dissected fully into it? Like
but I do dissect the people
I know you know good shit. Yeah, you have good taste overall.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll give you that. But no, it's just. And it's not to blame like, oh, you don't know about rap.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But it's, bro, the media.
If you were to say that, I'd be like, then you don't know what the fuck
the media puts bullshit on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who listens to radio?
It's a
shame.
But I mean, when I say radio, I don't just mean radio. I mean what's being put out in the clubs, what's being put out all over fucking YouTube, and what's the hot shit at the moment.
That begs another question. You know how do you feel about Post Malone?
I like Post Malone. Yeah, I like him a lot.
I enjoy his music, and I think he seems like a pleasant person. But I think like the way people have presented him, the way it comes across is he's disrespecting. Like even his name, it was generated from a hip hop.
Well, people get mad because like the thing is like, and
they
that's
try
what's
so
fucked
hard
up is that people pick and choose though. People pick and choose who they want to be mad at. But the thing with Post Malone is that when he first came out, everybody thought he was black until they saw him. And then as soon as they realized they was white, they were mad. They were betrayed. They're like, oh, I thought this was a black guy I was vibing to. And that just puts a whole different perspective when you see them because then people judge and it's all this other stuff.
People gotta fucking hate.
Yeah, it's different. People can't just take music for what it is. You gotta have this whole judgmental shit. So then right there, you start to discredit all the soulfulness in his music and everything that he says because you're like, oh, he's white. I thought he was black. When you hear all the, you know what I mean? And people are idiots too because his first fucking big single was White Iverson, and people listened to this shit and thought he was black, and the song is called White Iverson. But that's all it is, you know what I mean? But people pick and choose. There's tons of people outside of the like hood hip hop culture that rap really good and make great rap music, and it's like, I don't know. People just pick and choose what they're gonna accept and what they don't accept. You know what I mean? Like Logic's the same way. You could say Eminem, like it's the same. Like people call them culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? And you understand?
Logic's been going around and around. I'm black. I'm black. I'm black.
Well,
you don't look black, but hey.
No, he feels the need to tell people because he has like a subconscious like thing, obviously, where he knows he looks white. But if he has any hood perspective, he wants to let people know, hey,
but that's what's sad. I'm not even any black, and I got a hood perspective, and I do feel the need to let some people know because then.
Oh yeah, you do because people misjudge you. Unfortunately, everything's judgmental.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and that's all it is. But I fuck with Post Malone. You know, he started out as a folk singer first.
I had no idea. I
don't know that's why people think he's a cult. That's why people don't like it because he blew up off of rap, and now he's transitioning back into pop. He wasn't even nominated for any awards at the AMA Awards because he pulled himself out. Like he's no longer in the hip hop genre, so he can't get hip hop awards or be nominated.
I don't believe in genres even.
Especially when it comes to hip hop. Hip hop and pop is everything. It's everything's so open.
Yes.
But that's just the little rules and the industry shit. You know what I mean? So, but Post Malone, that's another reason why people would dislike him. I dislike it because it's like. You started out as a folk singer. I think his father was a rock star. And he came into hip hop and blew up off of that. Didn't make it as a folk singer. Came into hip hop blowing up off of that. And now he wants to say, hey, I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. Categorize me as a pop star. So to me, it's just a little disrespectful to the hip hop culture because it seems like you used it.
That
just for what's hot to come up.
That's what that.
But I'm not mad at anybody. Like, do what you got to do. I don't know what's your aspiration.
Here's a problem.
You know what I mean?
I feel almost like I felt that way too. But I felt that way before he was even like before I ever even heard what you just said. I felt like he used it. And
some people
because of that, I think that's why he's going. I don't want to be associated with this anymore because they're like, wait.
Because it's just for a lot of people, it could be a phase. You know what I mean? For him, I think it was just a transcending thing.
And can you hate?
No, I'm not mad at him. I don't agree with it because I'm a fan of hip hop and I love it. And I grew up literally living the hip hop culture. My father was a graffiti artist. My mom played Biggie all day in the house. I had to clean too. So it's like I was raised on hip hop before I even knew there was a separate genre and categories of music, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But so that it's just I'm biased when it comes to that, but I'm not mad at Post Malone for using it. Everybody uses hip hop to come up, and then they'll go acting or do something else, some showbiz shit or like tons of people use hip hop as just a leverage. You know what I'm saying?
People try and do that with fucking stand up comedy. It doesn't work out.
That's where the whole hip hop dead. Yeah, that's exactly. That's where the whole hip hop is dead thing comes. Like it's just a hustle now. It's not. People that are rapping and all these stars are not about the culture. These aren't people that love hip hop and care about bars.
We mentioned some tonight. Even ones that are getting older
there's tons
and
out
may not be as relevant.
But that's just why like real MCs see it like that.
You watching Talented Productions.